Hello and welcome everyone to our Relive Saturday training from the Positively Charged group. We are lucky to have Pam Thielen do this training today. We'd like to welcome all that are listening and those that might listen in the future. Today is February 19th, 2022, and we'll just get started.
Just want to welcome everybody. Good morning. Congratulations on getting on to the training, taking the steps and plugging into what you need to grow yourself for this business. I will tell you, when you plug people into this with you, that's when you're growing your business. So doing both activities is even better. But we're going to start out right away with our stories, because even with all the technology that we have, this is still a story business. Why? Because the stories are the proof in the pudding, or should I say the proof in the powder? That's what the stories are. The stories show what actually has happened for people, both with the products and the business. My name's Pam Thielen, and I've been with Relive now 22 years. Was a personal trainer, nutrition counselor when I took a look at this, looked at it for the business, grabbed a hold of it, started top profit level, got on the products at the same time, and actually started to share before I'd even seen results. And thankfully I did, because I took a while to get my results, but I did go from someone who could not even run around the yard with their kids, had pain to the point you touched me, it hurt. I was so fatigued. I had digestive issues. I was careful what I ate. I was scoping out every bathroom, and brain fog so bad I couldn't read my kids their book at night. I'll tell you today at 61, I can throw hay bales, ride horse, play sports, teach fitness classes, and I run circles around people 20 and 30 years younger than me. Kids have gotten great results. My son no longer deals with severe allergies. My daughter's minor eczema is cleared up. We are happy, healthy, and vital. But I have shared, like I said, from day one, and thankfully I did, because I had other people getting results before me. So I saw the results, but I was also seeing their results and hearing stories right along with them that kept me going to get my results. And in the process, sharing, started averaging a few $1,000s a month, but it grew to support a family of 4, put my 2 kids through 4 years of college debt free, put money in our household when we had a big catastrophe with my husband's business. So it was there when I needed it. And I'm so thankful that I built it. And I will tell you, I will never quit sharing, because it is still exciting today with everything that's going on with Relive. So I'll never quit. And I'm not the only one. I have a few people who have agreed to share. Kathy Casey, Quasi, if I said that right, Kathy, if you could come on and share Relive's Blessed, that'd be great.
Thank you so much, Pam. Yes, I'm Kathy Casey from Chicago Ridge, Illinois, and I had such great results right away with energy and stress headaches. I also was suffering with my blood pressure out of control, cholesterol out of control, and I needed a hysterectomy. I added the shakes. Less than 2 months, my blood pressure went down over 40 points. I added the Lunar Rich capsules, and my cholesterol has been in perfect range since. I had that hysterectomy and went back to work in such a quick manner. It caught the doctor's attention, which was pretty cool. And unfortunately, I had a heart attack almost 8 years ago from stress. But my blood work comes back all the time in such good range. The doctor can't keep me on that medicine anymore. So for that reason alone, my whole family and I will always be taking these products. But at the same time, I got started in Relive as a master affiliate without tasting the product. I'd only dreamed about working at home, being with my kids. I put it on 2 credit cards and sold it in the first month and made a profit of $1,200. I was working hard and having so much fun. I advanced in the company as a key director. And unfortunately, at the time, I let things get in the way. And I started working 2 jobs, double shifts, 7 days a week for 15 years. And during that time, I got back into Relive business, and I worked hard to get up to that highest profit level with others. but having so much fun doing that. And at the same time, I finally quit those 2 jobs, and I am having a blast with my family and friends joining me on the products and in the business. I was a server and bartender most of the last 15 years anyway. And I saved nothing for retirement, and I have hope, and I'm excited about that.
Thanks, Kathy. Colleen, if you could come on and share how Rita's blessed you.
Hi, Pam. I'd be happy to. My name is Colleen Keelton, and I'm from South Bend, Indiana. And I have a background in energy therapy and martial arts, and I also have 4 kids. My youngest is 25 now. When I found out about these products, I was pregnant with that 25-year-old and absolutely exhausted. The only reason I got out of bed was to get things done, to get back into bed. The only time I felt refreshed was after a 4-hour nap. And after getting on these products, I was able to bounce back after a 20-minute power nap. And the kids hardly ever sick anymore. That baby was born is healthier than all the rest. He wasn't even sick for his first entire year of life. I got so much energy that I followed them into their Taekwondo classes, and I became a 2nd-degree black belt and earned state champions several times. And my son, one of them had asthma, and he was taking off 4 different medications when he was 6 years old. So these kids are all healthy and happy now. And Relive has always been my retirement program. I've always had it on my retirement burner. And 58 years old now, and I am ready to ignite that fire, put it on the front burner. And I became a master affiliate about 1.5 years ago, and I brought so far about 5 people into the business. My biggest month in the last year was I moved about $11,000 in product, and I earned about $1,200 that month. And I have my sights on reaching that global ambassador because I just love the international flavor of Relive.
Yeah, and that international flavor is huge. We are in 16 different countries because doesn't matter what nationality you are, everybody needs good balanced nutrition. And we do have one of those global ambassadors on. Al Hagopian, could you come on and share how Relive's blessed you?
Absolutely, Pam. My name's Al Hagopian. I started with my wife and I started with Relive 30 years ago. I was 44 years old at the time. I was the head coach in the 2 major sports at our high school, which involved a lot of attention. I was tired all the time. I had had 2 previous knee surgeries. I had gotten to the point where I was unable to even walk a golf course, much less keep up with the boys on the basketball court. When I started taking the product, the first thing I saw was I wasn't tired at practice. Not having that afternoon leg at 3 o'clock with boys coming at me was great in and of itself, but it got better. I had been told I needed to get on medication for high blood pressure and cholesterol. After being on the products for a while at a checkup, the doctor said everything was fine. Today at 74, I take no medication. I had 2 knee surgeries previously that were really limiting me. In fact, part of why I looked at Relive, I was refereeing high school and college basketball and soccer, which paid pretty well, and I needed it, but I couldn't do it with my knees. Well, my knees stopped swelling, and I was able to resume doing that to the point where even today at 74, they call on me sometimes to do certain games. And so that obviously I was 44 and I had a 3-year-old. So I was an older father. I hadn't saved any money. The idea of retirement was a joke. My dad used to laugh at me. And so after we saw the results on the product, myself, my wife, and our kids, we started sharing them very naturally. I was still doing all those, coaching, teaching, refereeing, working summer jobs, and I just did it in the nooks, I should say, of our lives. And we were able to start making immediately $1,000 a month, which was huge. That allowed us to maybe perhaps take a decent vacation, just not be as stressed. But again, like I said, I hadn't saved any money, and there was one point a few years into the business where our 1 month income in a 5-month period went from 1,500 to 6,000 and then 8,000. And what that allowed was, first off, we paid for 3 kids in private colleges. It took our kids, 1 kid 5 years, 1 4.5, 1 4, and they all graduated debt free, which now in their mid 30s and having their own kids being debt free was really huge for them. But I was also able to retire early rather than, being a 44-year-old father with no savings, I was able to retire in my early 50s. Now at 74, my wife and I, like you said before, we're more excited than ever with what's going on now with Relive, and every day we fully enjoy sharing what Relive can do with other people.
It's awesome. And I know you're talking about it because now that you can retire, you can help with those grandbabies. Because I know where Jan is. She's taking one of those grandbabies to swim. So
Yeah, she
thank
is.
you so much for sharing. And I want to thank everybody else who shared, and I'm going to stress you guys, Relive isn't a cure-all. You know that. We don't claim cures. What we claim is we have phenomenal balanced nutrition, the best possible, that provides the body with what it needs nutritionally on the cell level to be the best it possibly can be. And the business isn't guaranteed either. The products that you purchase are guaranteed in the business, but the business and how it grows is directly related to your efforts to do what we're going to talk about today. Going out and giving other people an opportunity to learn about something and move forward with something that can literally change their lives and so many more lives, impacting. So the first thing you've got to ask, and I want you to write this down, is what do you want from the Relive business? Right now, what I want you to do is close your eyes. Seriously do it. Close your eyes and visualize where you want your Relive business to be at exactly this time next year. So in 12 months, where do you see your business? Where do you want it to be? And what you're going to do with that vision now is you're going to set your goals. You're going to write down 5 goals that you want to concentrate on in your business to achieve that vision. So what does that mean? How many more customers are you looking to get? How many more distributors? How many master affiliates? You can use the Relive promotions to help you set your goals. Promo 1 is great for that. In Promo 1, you can earn free product. So you can provide product for you and your family. For every 5 customers or 10 customers, 5 customers who order $100 worth of product or more from Relive, you're going to receive a $100 product credit. If you have 10 customers, you're going to receive a $200 product credit. So Promo 2 is if 3 quick starts, you're going to earn $250. This is in a calendar month. So the first 2 quick starts you get in a calendar month, you're going to earn a $100 bonus. And if you sponsor another quick start within that same month, you get an additional $150 for a total of $250 bonus for sponsoring 3 quick starts. And then we have the master affiliate bonus. Now that used to be $250 when the master affiliate level was $5,000. If you recall the volume requirements, sorry, I had to think of the word, the volume requirements to get to master affiliate have been cut in half. And to go right along with that, the bonus that comes with that is $125 for every, I have Promo 3 written there wrong, so I apologize. It's $125 bonus for a master affiliate. Now there are some qualifications for it. The customers can be retailer preferred on Promo 1. They must have a minimum of $100 of personal volume to qualify. Now the quick starts must all be sponsored within the same calendar month. Relive goes on calendar month. And the master affiliate you sponsor must not have been a master affiliate before. So if you've had somebody who's been a master affiliate drop down to 35% and then becomes a master affiliate again, that does not qualify for the bonus. It does qualify for you to earn those overrides though. But you can use this to set your goals. How many Promo 1s are you looking to achieve? How many Promo 2s? How many Promo 3s? It's a great guideline on how to set your goals. And hopefully you grab that pen and paper and you're writing it down. So you need to know your business. There's 2 things you're going to have to do. You need to know your business. And then we're going to go through IXAR, which is basically our plan of action for Relive. And I love this. There's 3 C's of life: choices, chances, and changes. But you have to make the choice to change. In other words, if you're not happy where your business is down and you change nothing, you will not change your business. To get change in your business, you must take a chance and change yourself. You want anything in life to change, you need to do it. And the key is taking action. Now, knowing your business. One of the things you really want to sit back and ask yourself, and I don't know how many people actually do this, is why should people do business with you? Number 1, what is it you do? Defining what you do in a nutshell is huge, because you're going to be talking to people and they're going to ask, what do you do? It's a common thing. So defining exactly what you do is huge for yourself. So, and then this is all going to be in your own words, because this is what you're going to be sharing with people. What is special about the Relive products? Why do people choose Relive over competitors? And this is huge. What are the emotional reasons people will choose Relive? People buy how it makes them feel. That their emotions involved is huge. And what service are you going to provide with those Relive products that's going to set you apart from everything else that's out there? So answering these questions, and you want to write these questions down, answering these questions is going to come from you knowing your business, you connecting in and growing yourself. You can't teach something that you haven't learned first. So ask yourself as you're doing this, where can I get this information? Well, I will tell you, it's through the stories. And where can you get those stories? You're on one right now, Saturday training. You're starting to understand how the business is built, which you need to know. Positively charged elements. We have the Monday night commit to success call, basics of training, half an hour call that gives you training on exactly steps to take that you can take each and every day. On Tuesday night, you have that live presentation webinar where you're going to hear stories and just remind yourself each time the power of what Relive has in the products and the business. The Wednesday coffee chat, you hear phenomenal stories. It's like sitting down to coffee with the ladies and the guys and hearing stories. That's how you're going to know what sets Relive apart, is to what's truly happening for people. The Thursday short and sweet call, where else can you get 15 and 15 minutes? 5 phenomenal stories, knowing what these products and business can do. And the Saturday morning training webinar that we're on right now. There's other things that you're going to get in. You're going to be plugging into your upline. There's 3-way calls you're going to be hearing, conference calls. You know, your organization may have a training story called themselves, the podcast. There's all different ways you can gather, but these positively charged elements makes it very simple to lay out a plan of action for your day. Now, plugging into all of this yourself is fantastic, but that does not grow your business. Plugging people in with you is what's going to grow your business. So as you get into each of these elements, ask yourself, who can I connect with me? Who needs to hear this? You're going to have that personal growth by plugging in. You're going to have the answers to the questions that I set up before. But when you start plugging people in with you, and the more people you plug in with you, the more your business is going to grow. So taking these steps to get in, fantastic. You want your business to grow, start connecting people there in with you. Then we're going to go through XR. And like I said, it's a plan of action, because you're going to set out, you're going to identify people to talk to. And where do you find new people? I've been in this business 22 years. You guys, there's still new people for me to talk to. There's the social media. I guarantee you still have friends you have not talked to about Relive. There's past people have been on Relive before. There's friends you've talked to Relive years ago whose situations have changed. Their pain points have changed. You're going to get referrals as you plug more people into those stories. People are going to refer you. Networking groups. You can do ads. You know, things are starting to open up again. I'm doing 2 booths next month, so you can still do some of those. Opportune moments as you're out and about. Neighbors that you had in the past. Your neighbors that you have now. Classmates. Are you taking some class maybe, and past classmates? Who do you write checks to? You know, go back to your old list when you first got started. Did you really talk to everybody on that list? Probably not. Interest groups, you know, what are you interested in? I'm interested in horses. I'm in a few groups. I know a number of people are into horses. I have a whole bunch of people right there to talk to. And here's the key. When you think somebody, write them down, because I guarantee you are not going to remember to talk to them. So write them down. Have somewhere where you have a list, and it may be in your phone these days. It may not be a physical writing, although I will tell you, when you physically write it, you actually remember it better, but it could be in your phone. Wherever it is, make sure you have that list that is continuing to grow. I have a big, huge notebook that has all the people on the product in it, And that is all my list in it. Have it centralized. When you're out and about and you think of somebody, put it in your phone, write it down, but then make sure you transfer it to your list. Now we're going to connect. So how are we going to connect with people? Number one, be yourself. There is no magic words to say to every single person. So when you go to talk to them, who they're going to listen to is you. And then you want to be excited. And how excited sounds is different for everybody. So be yourself, be excited, know what you have a hold of and be excited about it. How you approach people is no different in person or online. It's focusing on them. How can you bring them value? What value can you bring to them? What value, what pain point can Relive address for that person? It could be health-wise, it could be financial, but it could very often, and it is, especially now, both. But when people will start to listen is when they know, like, and trust you. So one of the things you're going to want to do is you're going to start asking them questions. You're going to take an interest in them instead of, well, how can I sell them my product? How can I sponsor them into my business? Instead, take an interest in them. What's going on with them? Where is their pain point? You know, what pain or need do they have? Sometimes they don't even recognize it as a pain or need anymore because they just assume that's the way it is and that's the way it's going to be. But if you're truly taking an interest in them and you're talking to them and asking questions, I cannot stress how important it is to ask questions instead of just launching into explaining what you have or I have something that could help you. Ask some questions. People like to talk about themselves. You people, you know, distributors who've been around for a long time, you know that Robert Montgomery has always said, people like to feel important. When you take an interest in somebody and truly an interest and truly listen, instead of going through your head, how am I going to answer this? How am I going to bring Relive around? But really listening to what's going on with them, you're going to build that rapport. They're going to start to trust you. And guess what? That's when they're going to start to listen to you when you talk to them about Relive. How will their life be better with Relive? Truly, what can Relive do to make their life better? And list 5 benefits that they will experience. When you start to go through your list, what are the benefits people are going to see if they get started with Relive? And this is no different from the products or the business. What benefits will they see when they start to use the Relive products? And everybody's a little bit different on the benefits that they need, the pain points that they have. So make sure that it's specific to them and write it down. This is the great way to do it because you now have an area to address for them. You're not going to go the same for everybody because guess what? Not everybody has the same needs. But if you actually have specifically written down what benefits that they could experience when they start in Relive, whether it's just the products, the business, or both, obviously, if they're in the business, they're going to be both. That's going to give you something that you can show them. This isn't about telling people, but this is about showing them. If you can show them those benefits, people will make their own decisions and come around. If you're telling them, just like your kids, they're going to fight you. But if you can show them the vision of Relive for them. What are their pain points in the health area, finances area, could be in the social area. You know, there's so many different things. One of the big ones, you guys, the brand new, and I wish I would have had time to make a slide for it. One of the brand new products that just came out, Energize Go. One of the #1 issues in the country today is energy. People are always looking for energy. And with that Energize Go, the nice thing is now you have the little sample packs, little sticks. You can give people a sample. They see instant energy. They're ready to go. So a lot of times with the health, there's other things that are going on with people. And we aren't just looking for sick people. Remember that. We're looking for a person who's breathing, who has a pain point that they truly want to take action to address. So, you know, Relive is for everybody. Relive can help everybody, but it isn't going to be for everybody because you will have some people who just will not take any action to take care of themselves, even with their finances. You know, there's so many people, especially today, you guys, with what's going on in the country, who are looking for a way to take care of their finances as well, to boost their finances. And Relive gives them a fantastic opportunity. And with the volume requirements cut in half, it's never made it more doable for people to grab a hold of this, start right away at a great profit level and start putting money into their pockets immediately. And then there's some people, you guys, who are just looking to belong. That is the pain point that they have. They may even have other ones, but their big thing is they want to belong to something important. And what I should have also put on here is to have a sense of purpose. You know, the beauty of what we do in Relive is we are making a difference in other people's lives. We have the Calagers Foundation, which is phenomenal, but also just the difference you make in people's lives when you help them feel good and feel better about their finances. So I should have put that one as another pain point, is people are looking for a way, especially now, to make a difference in the world. And Relive gives them that opportunity. So as you address it and you start to show that to them, how are you going to show how these pain points can be taken care of? It's the stories. Again, the stories are the reality of what's possible with Relive. And when people hear the stories, that's when they know this is for real. I do power hours with people. I know Minnie Jones, you know, somebody looking for finance pain, had a finance pain point. Because I left a story on her voicemail, that woman actually became a master affiliate. You know, I've seen people, I had a girlfriend of mine back in the beginning of this, when I learned really quickly, who had just closed down her business, was sick, and wanted nothing to do with the business. But guess what? I shared both with her and she heard stories, got great results with the products very quickly, and became a master affiliate within a week because she heard the stories and what was possible. Humans are hardwired for stories. And we process it so much differently than if you're just giving them facts. It activates the emotional parts of our brain, and we move on emotion. Humans move forward on emotion. And that's why those stories are so important. It's also why we share our stories with what's happened with us and giving word pictures rather than just dollar amounts and diagnoses. We show what our life was like before in a story and what our life is like now in a story. If I don't know how many of you read books that are just facts listed and really get into them. But have you ever sat down and read a good book that really shows a word picture of how the emotions were going on, all of that? That's the book that you can't put down, right? That's what our stories are about. Our stories are speaking to people's hearts. And when you touch somebody's heart, that's when they're going to move forward. And how do you do that? Whoa, you might have seen these before, right? Like earlier on in this training, you can plug people into the positively charged elements, that Monday commit to success, the Tuesday presentation, the Wednesday coffee chat, the Thursday short and sweet call, and the Saturday morning training webinar. You've got 5 things right there set and ready for you right there. And they're scheduled, you know when they are every single week. The key is putting them in your calendar, number one, so that they're on your schedule. So you're not scheduling all other kinds of things to go on with them. And then ahead of time, looking ahead of your time in your calendar and saying, okay, who can I plug in with me? Who needs to hear this? I love you guys. Dawn sends out who's going to be on the Thursday short and sweet call. You even know the stories that are going to be on there. All you have to do is figure out who really needs to hear these stories and get them plugged in with you. And you can share them with people. You know, there's links that you can share the stories. All they got to do is click on the link and they can hear that whole story if they can't get on Thursday nights. There's a lot of different ways to do this. The key is you have to have the drive and the action to do it for those people to hear the story. The real key to growing this is you and taking action every single day. But this is the way people will hear. They're not hearing about ingredients. They're not hearing about facts and figures. What they're hearing is what's happened for people. And that's what moves them forward, talking to their heart. Then you're going to ask for a decision. So you've already determined what their need is, what their pain point is, but you can ask them again. So where do you see this fitting in? Where do you see Relive helping you? How can Relive meet your needs? Where does Relive fit in your life? What are you seeing? Where do you see yourself getting started in Relive? The key is when you ask for a decision, and I hate to say the word don't, but one of the things we don't do is give them a yes or no. Are you interested? you want to find out what's going through their head. One of the questions I love to ask is, what do you like best about what you've seen or heard, whatever it was? Because it focuses on the positive and it gets them talking. And then when you ask for that, the biggest thing and the hardest thing I think for people is just sit back. It may get uncomfortable because they're processing things through their head. They're processing. So you need to sit back and give them that time to process instead of trying to lead them in a specific way. Even when somebody says no, number one, it's great because you're not hanging on, but it also is a no for now. You never know what could change. And even if they say no, there's nothing wrong with saying, did you think of somebody when you were hearing this? Or who did you think of when you were hearing this? Even better, because it's not a yes and no. I have gotten referrals to other people from people who were not interested, but referred me on. So asking for those referrals, when you're asking for a decision, somebody says no, you can still get a referral. When they say yes, I want to move forward, great. Any decision to get started in Relive is a good decision. So that's the next thing. You're going to register to them and you're going to go. So any decision they make to get involved with Relive. I had somebody ask me, what if they just want to get started on the Energize Go? Fantastic, do it, get them started. Because one area of Relive, you can now present the rest of it as you go along doing that follow-up. So any decision to get involved with Relive is a good decision. Do it with them, help them get set up. You know, don't give them the link and say, okay, here, go order. Get on with them, help them, walk them through how to get registered. You know, again, go through preferred customer, distributor. What is it they're looking for? You know, again, where do you see yourself getting started with Relive? Where do you see Relive fitting in? One of the things you can ask, what needs do you see Relive addressing for you? And that way you can guide them into where they need to go. Is it just customer? Is it distributor? You're going to set them up for customer care. You guys, everybody's a customer, whether they're a customer or a distributor, because they're utilizing those products. So everybody's a customer. It's just what they're looking for from Relive is a little bit different. Customers are just looking for results. Distributors are looking for results, but they're also looking for results financially. So you're going to set them up for that care, that follow through. How are you going to do that? Well, this is what makes or breaks your business. You're going to connect them into, what did we talk about? The positively charged system, the three-way calls, the other distributors. You can give them recordings, the meetings, the conference calls, all of it that's possible. Again, Monday night call, Tuesday webinar, Wednesday coffee chat, Thursday short and sweet call, and Saturday training. You've got 5 elements right there that you can plug them into, or send them the recordings from and watch it with them if you want. You can set up times where you just get on and watch it together. I love that Tuesday. I actually get them on with me on my computer and then plug in. So there's so many different ways, but what this is, what follow-up and customer care is almost like a steady drip from a faucet. It's steadily giving them information of what Relive can do, product-wise, business-wise, whatever it is, through the stories. And as you do that, their knowledge of the possibilities of Relive, not necessarily the technicalities of Relive, but the possibilities of Relive, is going to continue to grow. And as that grows, they will fall in love with Relive, and you'll either have customers for life, or you'll have people who become distributors who are reaching out to their center of influence. That's how it grows. It's people fall in love with Relive, and they can't help but share the joy of Relive with people. So the key with this is being consistent. This is like anything else. If you've ever exercised and then stopped exercising for a while and tried to get back into it, it's hard to do. If you're not consistently doing it, it's even harder the second time around. If you've ever been good about eating and then gone off the food wagon for a while, and it's hard to get back into it. It's hard when you allow a habit to go away. So what you want to do with Relive is create the habit of working your Relive business. You want to do something every day. So how are you going to make sure you do that? Pull out your calendar and schedule it. Schedule calls. Schedule, maybe you're going to networking meetings. Put it in your schedule, what you're going to do. Again, the positively charged system, put that in your schedule. That way it's there looking at you and it reminds you of what you need to do in your business. When you schedule it, it's more likely to get done. And then don't let other things take precedence. I mean, your schedule and what you do each day shows what's important to you, plain and simple. Just like your checkbook shows what's important to you money-wise, your schedule and your activities show what's important to you for you. So focus on the income producing activities. And what is that? That's introducing new people to Relive and then helping them fall in love with Relive. Those are the two things. Those are the income producing activities. Those are going to bring income into your business. Those are going to build your business. And those are going to make your business stable. And something that you want to focus on every single day is income producing activities. Not organizing your office. It's not organizing all your tools and all of that. Yes, you may need to do that. And I'd probably be richer if I was more organized, but they're not going to bring you income. Income is introducing new people to Relive and helping those that are already with Relive fall in love with it over and over and over again. Those are your two income producing activities. And when you start this business, you want to make a long-term commitment to yourself. Just like our bodies don't change overnight, your business doesn't build overnight. You may take a lot of action and grow it quickly. Fantastic. You may be one who's taking action now and then and it doesn't grow as fast. One of the things I want to caution you against is comparing your business to somebody else's. You don't know what's going on with them. You don't know their situation. They don't know yours. What you want to compare yourself is to, what did I do today that I didn't do yesterday? And what am I going to do the next day and the next day and the next day? You can't make people move forward. You can't make your business just pop. But what you can do is make sure that you are doing the steps each day that need to be done to build it. That's what you have control over. You don't have control over other people. You don't have control over whether they're going to say yes or no, or do something. Even people you sponsor in the business, you can't control whether they're going to do something. But what you can control, again, is what you do every day. And if you do something every day, first of all, you're setting the example. And the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. You're the leader of your business. So are you the type of employee that you would love to hire? Are you the type of person you would want to follow? That's the first thing. Second thing is, if you take steps every single day, you will build a successful business. It's just staying the course and committing to yourself, because you're the one who's going to benefit. You're going to bless a lot of lives, and in the long run, build a fantastic business. You guys, that is the end. Let's positively charged. If you're not on that Facebook page, you want to get to it. The replay will be out there. You want to get on that positively charged Facebook page. Let's just take action. Let's just make a difference in people's lives. This brand new product, Energize Go, gives you such an easy platform to start sharing with people. Let's go.
We'd like to thank everyone that was on the call today. And I know I learned some really new things. Just hearing it over again makes it fresh in your mind. So I hope that you make this a really positive Relive week for yourself. And I'm gonna stop the share and stop the recording.